What's going on, guys? It's GT, and today we are back with another video. In today's video we've got episode 3 of the Wolves career mode on FIFA 19. I hope you enjoyed the video. If you do, smash the like button, subscribe if you're new around here, and enjoy the video. Right then, so first two episodes we signed a couple of players and played our first two games. Lost against Everton 1-0, but somehow managed to beat Leicester in like the 90th minute with 2 goals from Ivan Cavallero off the bench. So very pleased with that. Got deadline day in this episode, and Manchester City as well. Don't know if we're going to sign anyone. I'm thinking about bringing in Bradley Dack. A couple of people have said that I should. Probably simulate the Peterborough game and might sim the West Ham game, I might not. We'll see, but probably see how we do in the next game against Manchester City. A couple of people said I should bring in Bradley Dack, like I said, but I'm still considering it. I mean, I could use him as a bit of a in and out for Origi, switch them up once a game or something. We also had the bad news of João Moutinho heading out for 8 weeks, so we could do with Bradley actually, with not really a centre mid to replace him except from Gibbs White, and at 67 overall I don't really want that, to be honest. So we're gonna probably bring in a centre mid. I don't know if it will be Bradley, but we'll see. So this is our shortlist at the moment. We've got a few that have just been shortlisted for future reference, you know, players like that are on loan or have just moved, players like Kieran Tierney for in the future. We've got Tomori possibly, John Foyth, Renato Sanchez. Renato Sanchez could be a good option actually. I didn't really think about him, but it's either going to be Renato or Bradley, I think. Renato's got 1 overall better and is younger, but it would cost almost all of our transfer budget, and if we did, we wouldn't be able to use anything in January, but we're still going to go for him because why not, you know. I doubt we'll make any big signings in January. Could go with a player swap. Someone like Diego Jota, who we're not really using. Yes. Yeah, actually we'll go for that. It's basically a straight swap with a bit of money there. We're not going to use Diego. He's a good player, don't get me wrong. He's a good player, and most clubs would like to have him, including Wolves, but just with the way we're setting up, I don't think he's going to get involved quite so much. Got another offer in for Gibbs White on loan. We've got 2 offers for these young players here, so we're going to accept both of them and decline the Gibbs White one. Renato Sanchez, when João Moutinho gets back, he probably won't play, but next season I think this is João Moutinho's last season anyway. Got an offer in for Ryan Bennett. Attempt to go with it, but then we wouldn't have a backup centre back. We could bring in someone like Tomori, but that wouldn't really, I mean, we could have done, to be honest, but oh, we've got another one. I think if we could get 3 million for him and we could bring in Tomori, just because Tomori's like 8 years younger, he's got a big potential, and you know, this guy's 28, 72 overall. Sneak it up to 3 mil. Still won't go any higher. Oh, they've done it. Right. So we've got Tomori here. Team will not sell the player. Player is not for sale. The team doesn't have enough depth. Right. Could we bring Foyth in on the loan? No. We might just buy him. I know he's going to be more than we're selling Brian Bennett for, but at the same time, he's 8 years younger. He's got very good potential. And if he can get into Tottenham's squad at the moment, then he can be a good player for us. We could even go with a swap, yeah. Yeah, let's do that. I mean, we can't retract the other one, but should be okay. We'll just delegate that as well. Right then, let's get into this Manchester City game. I doubt those two will be in. Renato might. Yes, that's good, because we would have had to play someone like Gibbs White in there. 5-year deal as well. He might even come into the first 11 this season after João's back, but just because, you know, João Moutinho is 31 now, he's already decreased in overall. We'll put McEachran on the bench. I mean, it's not ideal, but that's the only thing I'm a bit worried about at the moment. We don't have enough depth, but I think in January we might just sign up quite a few of these players, some of the just promising ones that aren't really gonna get much game time, but are there. 2 Monaco ones there that are quite good players. All of these from Germany. Now into Spain. I do like having a good depth. Eric Garcia made his City debut a couple of days ago against Burton. Just players that don't have the best of overalls, but you know, if we brought them in, they'd be good players. I was going to bring in Alphonso Davies, but he's only just joined Bayern. But I think we can get rid of the other instructions for now. I think that'll do, yeah. We'll keep it the same except from the one change with Sanchez in for... no, actually we're going to bring in Ivan Cavallero seeing as he scored those 2 goals. We'll put him at right wing instead of Hudson-Odoi. Home to Manchester City now. In real life, Man City have just hosted Wolves and beat them 3-0. But hopefully it won't be. I don't expect to win this though. We'll be lucky if we get a draw. I'd very much like us to get a draw, but you know, especially when you're towards the start of a career mode, teams like these have still got all their players mainly intact, and
in the warm-up today,
David Alaba in for them.
David Alaba, crowd excited to see how he'll go on his debut today.
On his debut, yeah. So they must have got him on deadline day. Oh no, it's not deadline day yet. What am I talking about? Well, they brought him in, but we've got the home fans behind us, and hopefully we can at least grab a point. We're gonna go for it to try and score goals, you know, because we're not going to be able to get a 0-0, I don't think, unless.
We'll probably finish mid-table, I think, already.
Johnny gives it away, that's poor. He's been one of our best players so far this career mode. We can't be making mistakes against these.
For the home team.
Bolly gives it away. Mahrez is in. It's a great save from Rui Patricio.
It's all about positioning and spreading his body.
That's good work from him after Bolly didn't get there. Oh, it's another good save from Patricio.
Wonderful save at full stretch. Decided to take a short corner.
Mahrez, but Cavallero gets there and manages to keep it in really well. Now can we break? Sessegnon. Wilson is there, plays it into him.
Wilson. In his early days at
Looking
Bayern
for
Munich,
some
they threw
support.
him in,
Neves,
really.
Neves
Great faith in David Alaba
gives
there.
it to them.
And he's
Now
not
Sane
let
can come
anybody
forward.
down, has he?
No, if he plays at left
Sane
back,
into
he gives you wonderful
Fernandinho.
pace
Literally, they've got
and energy
all their
off
same
that
players
side,
except from
and
Alaba
that's probably where
is
he'll be
in.
playing here.
And oh, it's a goal from Manchester City. I never saw a goal coming from that. Gabriel Jesus. Never saw a goal coming from that.
Really sharp right from the off.
Got to be honest. Oh, that is it's poor.
How about that goal for sheer class?
Just that header, really. You never on the edge of the box. He heads it down. It does look like it's going wide, and Patricio doesn't get there. It's quite poor from our keeper, to be honest. Here comes Neves. We're going to have to score a goal now against City. Wilson into Origi. Poor, really. I mean, to think we've only scored 2 goals, and both of them have been from Harvey Cavallero. You know, players like Wilson and Origi, you'd expect to have scored already. I know it's only 2 games in, but I'm not afraid to make changes if players aren't performing well, or if players are not on form. I'm not afraid to make any changes. You know, even if they're our best player on their side. You know, if they're not playing well, we're going to bring someone else in, aren't we? I do normally give like 3 or 4 games, because obviously it's new signings and whatever, but as soon as that's up, we make changes if players aren't performing. And you know, I'm not going to be too upset if we don't win games like these, because it's against Manchester City. You know, I am going to be upset if we concede goals like that, because it's 2-0 Leroy Sane. But what I was going to say is just I won't mind if it's just good goals. That was quite a good finish from Sane actually, but mistakes is what more annoys me the most. You know, if we just give the ball away too easily. You know, no one expects us to win this against Manchester City. We're not. And I can see a mid-table finish for us. We have had 3 hard games. I think next month is going to be a bit easier with West Ham and Burnley, and then we've got Europa League kicking off. But here comes Cavallero. Neves. Wilson hits it. Wilson scores his first goal for Wolves. Are we back in this game? Can we crawl it back? Renato Sanchez played it into Cavallero, and it's played into Wilson. And it's a good finish from our new striker, and he gets his first goal for us. If we get back into it now, it's going to be unlikely, but love for us to get back into this and clinch a draw from 2-0 down. But here they come again. Danilo swings it in. Neves doesn't get there, but he probably was better to leave it there. Sanchez gives it away. It's debut. Doherty gets there though. Neves into Cavallero. This is better football. Wilson. Now Origi. Here goes Sessegnon. Swings it in first time. Cavallero's there. Puts it past the keeper. 2-2 from 2-0 down. Ivan Cavallero. It's his 3rd goal for this season after only 2 appearances. He's only had, what, 45 minutes this Premier League season. Already scored 3 goals, so very good finish as well. We're back in this game, 2-2 from 2-0 down in a matter of 5 minutes. Cavallero, I would have put him as about our 5th choice winger. You know, I'd put Sessegnon first, then Adama probably, then Hudson-Odoi, and then him. So 4th choice, and Diego Jota before that if he was still at the club, you know.
It's Origi. Oh, that's good defending.
But he finished it very, very well. Looked quite an easy finish, but
Now Fernandinho.
he finished it, yeah, very well. And Origi wins it back nearly into Cavallero there.
Out the pass.
And he's not actually a right winger. You know, he can play there, but his primary position is left winger.
Now Danilo.
But you know, he came on last 10 minutes in the game against Leicester City, and he scored 2 goals to win it for us.
Manchester City
And
wait
he's
for the referee's
started
whistle,
this
and
game
away
and
we go for the second half.
got us back in it to 2-2. With Wilson getting a very good finish as well. Here we go in the second half.
And will to hold off the opposition.
De Bruyne plays it into Mahrez. Johnny swings it in. Doherty gets there. Wilson, can he get there? Yes, he can. Cavallero, can we break? Back into Wilson straight away.
And it's Wilson.
It's chipped over to Sessegnon.
Room now out on the wing.
Sessegnon. On to Johnny. Back to Cavallero. Sessegnon, sorry. Origi. Wilson. Now to Cavallero.
Half a chance for a
Oh,
shot now.
just messed about with it a bit too much. Could have had a couple of opportunities to score that, really. Or at least get a shot off. We're looking the better side, though, to be honest. Doherty gives that away, though. Danilo.
Middle of the park.
Mahrez
Good cross.
swings it in.
Mahrez, the man
Silva
responsible.
puts it past Patricio. He's got beat a bit too easily again there. And they go 3-2 up, despite us having the better spell in this first 10 minutes of the second half. I don't see us getting back into this game, to be honest. From 2-1, 2-0 looked a bit more likely than, you know, we've only got to score on goal, but
And the responsibility for his teammates to get there, they did.
at a 3-2, that's poor from Patricio again. He's had a poor game, to be honest, and I'm not going to blame him for
David Silva.
all 3 of the goals, but just generally he's had a poor game, and Patricio does make a good save there. We're going to make our first substitution of the game. We're going to bring Origi off, I think, and bring Hudson-Odoi on, and just play him in that attacking mid position, see how he does.
Well, now they're behind. They've got
Just
to
adds a bit
try
more
and
life into
switch
that
things
midfield
around.
and attack.
And here comes a substitution.
Jesus has
De
gone
Bruyne's
off as well
delivery.
for Aguero, so Aguero is still at the club, but Jesus got the nod. It's hit. It's John Stones, so Patricio has had a poor game, to be honest, and
There's no doubt that Milan have
we've
been
got
in the
Butland
market for
there and ready
the
to
kind of
come in
player
if he
that,
does need to.
is, and
Sessegnon.
they've decided to nail their colours to his mast.
Oh, Hudson-Odoi nearly got there.
Around 65 million. I think they've invested in good potential in a player that can only get better for me.
It's just
John Stones. And that's one for
just
the
putting a
goalkeeper.
lot
They
of
played it
pressure
back
on,
to him.
but
Just a quick check on
What-
the
where's
clock,
the
and
crowd
there's 20
noise gone?
minutes to go. De
oh,
Bruyne,
here it is.
Sergio Aguero.
Sergio Aguero. Now David Silva plays it in. Johnny can get there easily enough. No, Patricio into Dendoncker.
Isn't it straight away?
Wins it. Neves
Or maybe the counter-attack
plays
is
through
on here.
Wilson.
Now they've
I think
got the
Jimenez
ball
is a
back.
good option
What can
to
they do
add
from here?
if we need to add some pace to that.
Sergio
I
Aguero.
think Wilson is a bit more
Here's
built for
Kevin
the
De Bruyne.
strength and the holding up with the players running in behind him like Aguero. Origi, sorry. As Aguero nearly got to that. But
Here's Renato
I think,
Sanchez.
yeah, Jimenez is a good option if we think we can get
Using
in
his
behind
physical
those
power to protect the
those
ball.
defenders
It's with Mahrez.
if you've got quite a slow defence or anything. But doesn't, like I said, it doesn't look like we're going to get back into this game. If
Silva.
anything, they're going to get fourth now.
Fernandinho. It's
The
Aguero.
volley gets there though.
Change of possession
It's into
here.
Wilson. I think we've got one more chance.
Good game,
Cavallero.
hasn't it? 3-2.
That's a
Trying
great
to
pass
slip
into
it through.
Neves if he can get there, but he just doesn't have the stamina. But we still get the throw in. We're going to make our second and third substitutions. We're going to bring on off Neves for Gibbs White, and we're also going to bring on Adama for Cavallero.
And it's going to be a throw here. I think some people thought it was a gamble to play him from the start.
Johnny,
To go with a wide
Gibbs
man.
White. Now Wilson.
The manager got it right.
Going for his man,
Well, didn't
Doherty.
adjust his teammates, you could see.
Can he swing that in?
He's just
Beat Sane.
feeding the ball
Swings it
to him
in.
because they know
Hudson-Odoi's there.
he's the man
Wilson, can
on
he
top
hit
at
it?
the
Oh, they're just a bit quicker to everything.
That'll be a throw.
Doherty into Adama
The
straight away.
supporters, Alan, trying to
Sanchez.
play their part here
Now
and
Hudson-Odoi.
lift the home
Gibbs
team.
White.
Yeah, I think they
Now
believe,
Wilson.
Martin, the question is, do those players
Hudson-Odoi.
down the pitch
Oh,
believe as well here?
Sessegnon gets there really well. Hudson-Odoi.
But now for
Sanchez. Hudson-Odoi. Wilson. Can we get there? Wilson nearly squeezes it in. Can he still get there? Doesn't look like it.
David Alaba.
So we unfortunately lose that 3-2.
A short corner.
I'll give it to our team though, we did play well. To get 2 goals against Manchester City is good. We only had 2 shots and two goals, so you know, happy with that. We probably didn't deserve a draw, but we are still happy with this, how the side performed, and I think, well yeah, we're definitely going to change things up for the Peterborough game, and we're going to simulate that game as well. So yeah, Peterborough next at home. And then we've got, I think, West Ham in the cup. We've got Joan Foyth or Foyt. Don't know, I'm going to call him Foyth. Just because, yeah, we're going to make a few changes anyway to the side. I think I still want to progress as well, but start off by taking Patricio out. We'll put Iorfa there. Foyth can make his debut in for Bowley. Can put Vinagre there. Gibbs White and Ronan. Kikran can go there. Hudson-Odoi can go to the left, and I think we're just going to make 11 changes, except from Dendoncker, so 10 changes to the side. I feel we can still. They're in League One, aren't they? Towards the top of League One. I just feel like a lot of times in the simulation games, like when we sim it, you just need a good goalkeeper to win. Really, if you get a good goalkeeper and good striker, because it doesn't really matter about. We've still got. We're still looking strong. You know, got a good attack there. Iorfa gets a yellow card after 3 minutes. They get an injury after 9. Dendoncker gets a goal, but Dembele makes it 1-1. Dendoncker and Hudson-Odoi with his first. So both of those players have got their first, and Hudson-Odoi with his second of the game, second for Wolves as well. Looks like we won that. We'll skip it. Origi also gets his first goal. So Dendoncker, Hudson-Odoi with 2, and Origi, all 3 of them, getting their first goals for the club as we progress very easily with our second side. So very pleased with that. We're into transfer deadline day now. I don't think anything will happen in this. I'm not even going to do any of those offers because there's no point really. So we've spent 75 mil and only got 10 million out of it, despite buying and selling about the same amount of players, to be honest. Hudson-Odoi, Wilson, Butland, Sessegnon and McKeekran, and a couple of others as well. I'd say, yeah, there's quite a few others, but you know, I think it's money well spent. You could look at that and think, oh, they've spent a lot of money to lose 2 of their 3 opening games, but you know, it's a side that's going to progress. It's a side that we're building on at the moment, and we're not looking to build a legendary side in our first season. This is going to go on for many seasons until we've built an absolute dream team of a side and won the Champions League and the Premier League, which could take 100 episodes, you know, and it may it may well do, but don't think we're going to make any more signings this season, really, just because obviously I'd love to, but the money's not looking great. 14 mil. I suppose we could bring someone in if we need to, if we look and think, oh, we definitely need a player, but other than that, yeah. Now we have West Ham away. Do we play it or do we sim it? I think we're gonna sim this one, so we can. Yeah, just because of transfer deadline day, you know, it's just this video's run on a bit longer than we'd have liked. We're going to make a few changes though. Hudson-Odoi is going to go into attacking mid, Adama at right wing, and Jimenez up front. So from our last Premier League game, 3 changes: Cavallero, Wilson and Origi all drop into the bench. Just want to change it up a bit, see how they do, but yeah, we're going to sim this game, and then that will be the end of the episode. Down in the relegation zone, but it is 3 tough games to start off with, and hopefully we can get a win here. And you've got Fabianski in goal. Hudson-Odoi on fire now, 3 goals in his last 2 games. Hernandez though equalises 23 minutes in to make it 1-1. Keekren has come on for Hudson-Odoi with Gibbs White on for Sessegnon. Can we nick a win? Doesn't look like we can now. Game ends 1-1. It's not bad, but you know, against West Ham you'd like to win. But you know, credit to them. Hudson-Odoi, 3 goals in 2 games now for him. He's looking a good player in that attacking mid position. But yeah, that's going to be it for today's episode. Thank you very, very much for watching. Subscribe if you are new. Let me know down in the comment section anyone you'd like me to sign or anything you want me to do with this career mode. And yeah, also comment if any teams you want me to do on FIFA or on Football Manager. I'm going to be starting a series over on there soon, so if you want to see any teams on that, let me know. But yeah, that'll be it for today's episode. I hope you did enjoy, and I'll see you in a bit.